So you want to know where to start with childcare? Well, stick around and I'm going to tell you exactly where you need to start. So you want to know where you need to start in order to get started with your in-home childcare in order for you to be successful? Well, I'm going to tell you. Come a little closer. It all starts right here. That is not the answer that you wanted to hear, right? You wanted me to give you a link or print out some forms so you can dive in and get started. No, sis, I'm not going to set you up for failure because it all starts here. If you are not tough mentally, you're not going to make it. If you are not positive thinking, you're not going to make it. You have to wake up in the morning giving God praise. You need to wake up in the morning, listen to positive affirmations. You need to know without a shadow of a doubt that you are going to be the best home child care provider in the world. You have got to pump yourself up. You got to tell yourself, stop doubting yourself. This is your year. Every day you sit back saying you're going to do it. Every year, and you let fear stop you. And you let doubt stop you. And you let negative people in your life stop you. You have got to stop doing that because guess what? Number one, you deserve it. Your children deserve it. Your family deserve it. But most important, you deserve it. It is an amazing way to bring in income for your family while you're at home, still caring for your family. It is an awesome ministry to be able to care for children. You get to tell them how or who they are. You get to build up their self-esteem before they start school. A lot of children that may come to you may not get those hugs and that love at home. And it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. For whatever reason, their mom, their dad, aunts, uncles, grandma, parent, whoever's caring for them doesn't give them, but you. God placed them in your life. You have to be mentally strong in your relationships, right? Single sisters, let me talk to you because I've been here, right? Let's get closer. If that man is not supporting you moving forward and growing, let him go. In 2019, we don't have time to be arguing with the same people who don't have vision, who do not have dreams, but they want to stop you from living your dreams. I'm talking to someone. I know I am, because this is not what I was supposed to. This video was not supposed to go in this direction. It was supposed to go in a totally different direction, but God told me no. You need to help some people free. They need to be free of their thoughts, right? If he's telling you you're not going to be anything, not going to be no good, you ain't ever going to succeed or nothing, you got to flush that out. You got to let him go. That friend who wants to go partying every weekend, sis, you got to let her go. Because while you're out partying, you could have spent that time to sit down and work on your policy handbook, right? You're constantly dishing out money to do all this stuff, but you have no income coming in, right? You're wanting to do more for your children, but you don't have enough income coming in, right? Sis, this is your year. You have got to believe that you were put on earth for this reason, right? Don't let people tell you, oh, you're just a home child care provider. I remember when I was married to my kid's dad, right? I had just got out the military, just had my oldest, and I went to one of his company dinners. And I remember walking to a group of people, and he was talking to him, and this one lady, she looked at me and she said, well, what do you do? And I said, oh, well, I'm a home child care provider. And she said, looked at me. Oh, God. And she had her. I could never just sit around the house all day. I have to do something productive with my life. Good for you. Girl! Number one, I was saved, so I was like, in the name of Jesus, help me, Jesus, help me, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Got a little bit of this postpartum depression. God can just blame me snatching her wig on that reason, but I didn't. I just sat back, I swallowed it, but it did hurt. It hurt, and it hurt for a long time. And I felt, man, God, you've given me all these degrees and all these accolades in the military, and I can run a Fortune 500 company plus, you know what I'm saying? CEO of a big company, but you caused me to stay at home with kids? Are you serious, Lord? And over time, he said, yes, this is where I want you to be. And I am so glad because income alone, I make a lot more than a lot of people who are out there working 40 and 80 hours a week, not seeing their family, not being with their children. I've got to see my children from birth to the age they are now. When they come home, they've had a bad day, I'm there to bake cookies with them, pray with them in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And so don't let people make you feel you're worthless just because you're a child care provider. God sees what you're doing. God sees that you're loving on these children. God sees that you're pouring your heart into them. So sis, I need you to start here, right? I need you. You're on YouTube already. I need you to find some positive, motivational, transformational speakers who are going to pour into you every day. If you are at church, I need you to find you an older sister who's going to pour some wisdom into you. Get into some women's groups. You hear me? Find a way that's going to keep you motivated and inspired, because you can do this, okay? It's going to be hard. You got to have a strong foundation, but you got to get rid of the negativity. You got to get rid of the negative people. That relationship that's not causing you to move forward, you got to let it go. The last thing that really helps me is Audible. If you go to audible.com and you download the app, this is the way that you can listen to books. I don't always have time to sit down and read books, but you best believe from the moment I wake up, driving throughout my day, I'm listening to books. Whatever area that I may be struggling in, I'm listening to a book in that area. I listen to Dave Ramsey. I'm listening to financing books. I'm listening to Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I'm listening to Steve Harvey. I'm listening to, I even got a Kevin Hart book. Sometimes I just need some laughter. I'm listening to some Joel Osteen, some Lisa Nichols, if I haven't mentioned her already, Tony Evans, all of these books. They're books that are going to help me to grow. But my favorite book is The Bible Experience. And it's where all these famous, wonderful actors and actresses are reading the Bible, and I follow along and I highlight, but it's like a theatrical reading of the Bible. And I'm able to just feel it. It's like I felt Jesus when he was walking, and I felt the miracles and everything, because I constantly have to have his word going through me, going through my mind, going through my body. But it's very important. The reason why I said that, because the enemy's going to come and try to attack your mind. You're worthless. You're no good. You're only good for one thing, and that's not child care. You're going to mess up somebody's life. This is going to fail. Nobody's going to give you a chance. You're never going to have a lot of kids in your daycare. You know why I know this? Because those thoughts try to penetrate my mind. But I can't. You got to keep it guarded. You understand? I went through what I went through so that I can tell you it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I want you to be so on fire about being an in-home childcare provider. You are a business. You are an entrepreneur, and treat yourself that way. Instead of the typical question of the day, which is what I do right about now, there's something else that I want you to do. Right below, I want you to tell me an affirmation about yourself, right? I am powerful. I am strong. I am kind. I am an entrepreneur. I am successful. I want you to write that in the comments below, and we're going to clap it up, and we're going to support you. We're going to pray for you, because you are every single thing that you say you are. And I want you to be successful. As always, I want you guys to like the video, share this video, and I want you to learn from this video. Get started. It starts right here. Remember, everything else comes together, but it all starts right here. See you next time.